The fourth phase of the 2024 Lok Sabha election has kicked off with voting for 96 seats across 10 states and union territories, as well as voting for all 175 seats of the Andhra Pradesh Assembly and 28 of the 147 in neighbouring Odisha. The Lok Sabha seats in play today are all 25 in Andhra Pradesh and 17 in Telangana, in addition to 13 in Uttar Pradesh, 11 in Maharashtra, 8 each from Bengal and Madhya Pradesh, 5 in Bihar, 4 in Odisha and Jharkhand, and Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar. Now, over 1,717 candidates are contesting in this phase of the Lok Sabha elections. Among them are Union Minister and BJP leader Giriraj Singh from Behrampur, Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav from Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh, Congress's Adhiranjan Chaudhary and TMC's Mahua Moitra from Krishnanagar. Now, Union Minister and ex-Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Arjun Munda, TMC's Shatrughan Sinha and Congress's YS Sharmila, as well as BJP's Madhavi Lata, are some of the other major candidates in the fray. The IMD, in its recent forecast, by the way, is good news, has said that the constituencies going for polls are likely to experience normal to below normal temperatures, and there will be no heat wave-like conditions in these areas as far as today is concerned. For the ground reports, we have currently with us Uma Sudhir joining us live from Secunderabad. We have Nazir Masoodi joining us live from Srinagar. Pratibha Raman also live with us from Vijayawada. Let's go across to Telangana first. Uma, we witnessed a high decibel campaign which included the Prime Minister and top leaders of the Congress and BRS. But take us through the key fights to look out for. Many highlight that after a very long time from southern states, a vocal, aggressive and energetic voice could be heard from the Congress's ranks.
Yes, indeed. First, the good news that yes, temperatures are going to be below normal and not the intense heat wave that we experienced earlier. And therefore, voter enthusiasm hopefully will be much better than it has been in the past. What I must point out is that Hyderabad per se had only about 48% voter turnout in the 2023 November elections, the less than 6 months ago. And yes, these are the early birds who have come to the polling booth. Process has just about started, and the key constituencies as far as Telangana is concerned, just 6 months ago we saw a very different picture where KCR as a very, very tall leader was actually dominating the election, but subsequently this election is about whether KCR and the BRS will be able to survive if they get sizable number of seats. If they get some number of seats that they are able to win, that would be a test, in a sense, a litmus test for KCR, because in order to keep his party together, he will perhaps need to win at least 6 seats or so. But that seems a little unlikely in the kind of scenario that we are seeing, though of course he has expressed confidence that he will win up to 12 seats. Like you mentioned, for the BJP and the Congress, they are hoping to be able to actually capitalize, should I say, on the setback that the BRS has suffered after the assembly elections and get their vote share and increase their vote share, in fact. And that's where the BJP is looking to Telangana as that state where they can actually double their parliament seats. 2019 they had won about 4 parliament seats and the Congress had won 3, and any increase of course would be seen as a gain for both these parties. But interestingly, both the Congress and the BJP are hoping that they will be able to get the maximum number of seats, and the competition is really about whether one beats the other, whether the Congress is able to do better than the BJP or the other way around. Where I am standing here, the only lone Secunderabad cantonment assembly seat is also having a poll, because this is a by-poll that's happening because of the unfortunate death of last year, who was the sitting MLA of the BRS, after which the by-poll here was there. Otherwise, I'm in Malkajgiri, which is a very interesting constituency because this happens to be the constituency of the Chief Minister himself. He was elected as Malkajgiri MP and therefore a prestige battle for him. And here you have Itela Rajender, who was someone who was in the BRS earlier, was even Health Minister, and he has in fact become the BJP candidate from here. And the Congress candidate is Patnam Mahinder Reddy's wife. He was a minister in the BRS cabinet. They also shifted parties, and Sunita Mahinder Reddy is the candidate for the Malkajgiri from here. What I must point out is that this is in fact the biggest constituency in the country, and Revanth Reddy very proudly says that the number of voters that in his constituency is more than that of Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Narendra Modi's constituencies put together. Early morning enthusiasm, ma'am?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm up from 4:45.
Waiting excitedly to vote.
So excited to get ready, finish bath, finish breakfast,
And come here.
do the cooking bit, and come
Okay,
off.
you're watching very closely what is happening in the country and the campaign and all that?
Yes, I am. I hope the best party wins. Not voting, looking forward for anybody. I'm looking for the best candidate who will help us out in our needs.
Okay, best candidate. Party is also the kind of campaign that is happening. Little bitter. Did you, watching it, what did you feel?
It could have been more positive. There's a lot of negativity around the campaign that's happening.
Does that leave the voters a little disappointed? We don't talk about issues.
No, I don't think. I think some voters are quite mature and they've already made up. This is all hangama, tamasha goes on. Like seasoned people. But young ones, you must ask the young ones.
So the seasoned ones are already ready is what you're saying. Okay. Excited about the election? Obviously you are. That's why you're here up early.
Yeah, I rose up at 3 a.m.
Wow.
and I've done yoga and all that.
And then come ready for the
Yeah.
battle today, electoral battle. Enthusiasm per se among voters seems to be very lukewarm, should I say. Even otherwise, Hyderabad has not had a great record. Urban centers never do. But is this election any different that you see?
Of course, everybody is interested in coming over, and then see, all responsible people should come out and then cast their vote. It's very important. And of course, naturally, everybody, once in 5 years it comes. We need to elect the responsible candidates. It's for our good.
It's for our good, so you might as well come out and exercise your vote. That is the word, of course, from Telangana. One lady who's waiting to, you've turned up early, not yet been able to find your booth.
No, he has gone there. He will ask him. Okay. Then we will know the.
So a little bit of confusion still about which booth to go to, but the CEO clarifying to us that the cleanup of the electoral rolls, families actually being brought together so that in a family itself, the family members don't have to vote in two different kind of constituencies. They go to the same polling booth. So bringing families together also very much on the agenda of the CEO. And I must point out about Hyderabad that from the assembly elections to the Lok Sabha elections, just about 5 months, as many as 1.79 lakh voters have been removed from that list. Of that, 18,000 is a real deletion. The others are all in different categories, whether they shifted or there were deaths or there were bogus voters or people had asked to be shifted to other constituencies. But 1.79 lakhs, certainly a very significant number for the Hyderabad Lok Sabha constituency, where of course it's been one of the most high profile battles. Asaduddin Owaisi, 4-time MP, being taken on by BJP's Madhvi Lata. Of course, there are others in the contest as well, but these are the two high-profile candidates in that constituency. Back to you.
Uma, always a delight to get an update for you early in the morning. Lovely to hear that the early risers were up at 4:45 a.m. to perform their duty in Secunderabad. In fact, people in Secunderabad, as Uma's been speaking to, they have been cognizant of the negativity in the political campaign. But let's go across now to Vijayawada, where our colleague Pratibha Raman is. Pratibha, in the Vijayawada constituency, it's a battle between two brothers. In fact, I've heard it's a long-standing belief that whichever party wins Vijayawada Central will go on to win the state, and that's added a lot of intrigue to this electoral battle.
Well, you couldn't be more right. Yes, I'm at Vijayawada, where we are talking of sibling rivalry, and we are also talking of sibling rivalry on a different platform altogether as well, with respect to the incumbent chief minister here, Jagan Reddy, as well as his sister there, Sharmila Reddy. So a lot of battles in play as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned. We are talking of well over 3 crore voters who are in the fray. And I come from Karnataka, and it is a pleasant sight to see so many voters lining up, early birds here. Of course, I was warned of the heat wave when I was traveling to Vijayawada here, but quite a pleasant morning here, and that is a welcome relief. Let me see if I can go to a few voters here. You're an early bird, and it is a pleasant weather today, and it is such a beautiful sight to see so many voters here lining up to cast their vote. What are the issues that you have in mind? I'm sure you have the assembly election as well as the general election here. So you have two different parameters when you cast your vote?
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to the local elections, it's definitely the democracy and the development of the state matters. And when it comes to the national elections, the image of India overall, because when we travel abroad, it matters basically what our country holds and what's the power of our country and the position of our country. It matters.
When it came to the campaigns here, did you find it really very bitter, stooping to a new low, or did you think that there could have been a more healthier campaign of sorts?
Yeah, sure. There could have been a healthier campaign for sure. I mean, it is tipping low election by election, which is not a good sign for democracy.
Right. Also, when it comes to the voters, we were talking of at least around 79% voter turnout the last time, the 2019 election. This time, the Election Commission officials promising to make it 82%. What is your message to the many voters here?
I think the voters are already very eager to basically cast their vote. You can see the numbers of around 1,000 plus in this booth. It's all not even 15 minutes into it. So I think they're very eager. I think they should basically cast their vote honestly, keeping in mind how good the candidate is and as well as which party can actually give them development.
So development and democracy playing a key role when it comes to casting their votes here. In fact, let me see if I can go across to a lady voter here. Ma'am, if you can speak 2 lines. Telugu. మైండ్లో ఏమి పెట్టుకుంటూ చూస్తున్నారు ఓటు?
పర్ఫెక్ట్ పర్సన్కి వేయాలనే వచ్చాం. ఎవరు పర్ఫెక్ట్ అయితే వాళ్ళకే వేద్దాం.
A perfect person who can take her hopes forward is what she says. Ma'am, are you a first-time voter?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you have in mind when you cast your vote? In fact, interestingly, there are at least around 10 lakh new voters is what the Election Commission officials had mentioned here. So what do you have in mind? Are you excited to cast your vote?
Definitely. I'm very excited because this is my first time voting here. And we are hoping to have a better future for our state, and we are very excited.
So do you have local issues as well as national issues in mind, because we're talking of assembly election as well as the Lok Sabha election here?
I'm not sure, but because I'm not much involved in politics, but we are hoping just like any other citizen, we hope that we have a better future and
So you've pinned your hopes on this vote that you would cast here. So every vote matters, and she is right here. Ma'am, you have cast your vote. If you can talk about Hindi, Telugu. Okay. Mind lo em petkondo vote chestunaru? Okay. She's first time voter. Excited?
somewhat excited.
Okay, very lukewarm response there. But then, yes, there have been so many voters here who've come to cast their vote. And interestingly, this is one polling booth where Mr. Chandrababu Naidu is expected. And there is a lot of excitement where people have been lining up to see Chandrababu Naidu as well over here. And he is also one of those early birds who's expected to arrive here anytime to cast his vote. Remember, it has been a high decibel election here in Andhra Pradesh. We're talking of a triangular contest where you have YSRCP on one hand, and you also have the alliance of the NDA on the other, and not to forget Sharmila Reddy, who has been spearheading the Congress here. So an interesting battle playing out as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, because we are talking of different issues that have played here. One is the welfare initiatives, and the other has been the importance of fixing a capital city for Andhra Pradesh. So most of them not just choosing their chief minister here, but also in the hope of finding a capital city for Andhra Pradesh.